Raising awareness on topics I'm passionate about is quite important to me. Street art is a good platform to do so. So I'm trying to use that platform as much as I can. I'm Akse. I'm a street artist based in Manchester.
Manchester's Northern Quarter has become the hub for the wide array of artistic influences and talent in and around the city. From the indie bars to the vintage shops to the street art on every corner, this influence is prominent through every inch of the area. Street art is essential for every big city as it helps mold the area by showing off its most important people. Akse has risen to the top of the artists around the city, as his work can be seen in various locations, with his murals including Ian Curtis, Captain Tom, George Floyd, and an NHS nurse, to name a few. This is a story of street art from his perspective.
I was born in France, so there was a long tradition of like comic books, and I started drawing a lot of characters from the comic books. So that's how the journey started for me. Late 80s, early 90s, I started being interested in the hip-hop culture. And naturally, graffiti appealed to me. I joined a local graffiti crew, which is called the P90 crew, in the suburbs of Paris. And we started painting a lot together as a collective. Late 90s, I moved to Manchester to study. So I ended up on my own here, not really knowing the scene around here because I was new. So because I was on my own, I was painting more on my own. And with time, I developed more as a street artist, painting public spaces rather than other surfaces. When the pandemic happened last year and we went into lockdown, it became clear to me that the first piece I wanted to paint, once the lockdown was relaxed, was to pay homage to the NHS and the frontline workers. I've done a great job for the nation. That's what this piece was all about. So I don't really have any preferences to where I paint. What matters is really what I paint and whether it's relevant to the area where I paint.
One of the things that makes art so important is the way it creates dialogue, as well as honouring those around us. Akse did this multiple times in 2020 and 2021. Paying his respects to the NHS, Captain Tom, as well as George Floyd, all important figures of the past year and a half because of COVID-19 and the Black Lives Matter movement. Because of the importance of the art, we asked him what pieces meant the most to him. One of the projects that really matter to me is paintings of my sons, because when my first boy was born, I told to myself that I would paint him on a regular basis, which I started, but then I had my second boy and it became more difficult to paint both. So I've painted both, but that's something I don't want to stop doing, and hopefully this year I'll be able to do more. Something that is obviously important to artists in the modern era is using their platforms in order to create awareness of topics they are passionate about. Akse has managed to boast a following of over 75,000 on Instagram, meaning that his work can reach the masses, therefore inspiring conversation. One of his most recent works is that of Joy Division singer Ian Curtis, who committed suicide at the age of 23 in 1980. This work brought to light on mental health issues, with the helpline Shout featuring on the piece.
I see myself being a street artist in the long term, but with time I've been involved in very different type of projects which differ from what I'm used to, and that's something I'd be happy to explore more and diversify my work. I mean, I love Manchester and I'm happy here, so I have no long-term plan to move. But I've traveled in the past to paint, and hopefully there will be more opportunities for me to do so in the future.